Good evening. It's Thursday, the 15th of April. Our top stories tonight. India hits a record 200,000 new COVID cases in just one day for the first time. Australian authorities investigate the death of a woman who developed blood clots after receiving a COVID vaccine. The French president tours the Notre Dame Cathedral 2 years into its restoration project. And could the Tokyo Games be cancelled? Canada's closing jacket is not the cause. You're watching The World. Later, fears a third wave of COVID infections will crush a plan to reopen Thailand's Phuket to tourists. But let's start in India, where the country is hurtling towards a coronavirus catastrophe. In just the last 24 hours, more than 200,000 new cases have been recorded for the first time, taking the country's total caseload to 14.1 million. There were also more than 1,000 deaths in just one day. The country's fragile health system is simply not coping. There are severe shortages of beds and oxygen. The government has blamed this massive second wave of infections on a widespread failure to wear masks or adhere to physical distancing. Here's Stevie Zhang.
No masks, no social distancing. Hundreds of thousands of devout Hindus took a dip in India's sacred Ganges River to wash away their sins. At the same time, ambulances are queuing up outside hospitals, waiting to bring patients struggling to breathe into hospitals that may not even have a bed for them.
If I'm ill, if I'm sick, where should I go? What am I supposed to do?
The country reported 200,000 new cases over a 24-hour period, bringing its total cases to 14.1 million. That's over half of Australia's entire population.
A very frightening number. And more frightening is the fact that this number is not yet the peak of our cases. The numbers are rising, and it's anybody's guess where this number is going to stop. There are all kinds of activities still happening across the country, which are likely to lead to further increase in these numbers in the coming few days.
The government has refused to call off the religious festival, which will last a whole month. On the special bathing day, an estimated 650,000 gathered, forming a super spreader event.
Earlier, we were using liquid oxygen hardly once or twice on a patient in a day, but now we're using 1 unit every 4 hours.
India is even considering importing vaccines, despite having the world's biggest vaccine manufacturing capacity. Authorities have moved to impose stringent restrictions. Mumbai and the capital of New Delhi will go into weekend lockdowns, with hopes this surge in cases can be brought under control. Stevie Zhang, ABC News.